seems that Block has your back. So, I guess the Tim Campbell and Virginia Campbell with the Sabrina Valentine and the Valentine family sold y'all a bunch of snake oil, and they promised something they couldn't deliver. Block has your back. Well, Block has your back was Maria Block from Titusville High School that put Mr. Kirk on page 69 in the yearbook, and he had the whole second page of the Titusville yearbook. Imagine that. That had nothing to do with Tiny Tim's Christmas story or the Valentine's bullshit. So, what do we have for him? Well, Mr. Kirk told the judge to dismiss the case. It was bullshit. And he said, well, it's been past the time. It's dismissed. So, I'm going to get calls asking me about bail bonds and shit. Well, they owed Mr. Kirk a lot of money, and Mr. Kirk didn't get a check for that money. So, Mr. Kirk gets a small check every month, and rent got increased, so he can barely afford a place to live now. And, well, if the court can't pay their debt to Mr. Kirk, then nobody has to pay the court for their debt. I believe that's why the legislature, that actually makes law and shit, puts that statute in there about don't abuse disabled people, and especially don't exploit them. Now, there's no doubt in my mind, or anybody else's, that they exploited Mr. Kirk after many years of abuse. But they didn't want to pay Mr. Kirk, so the state attorney made up a bunch of bullshit stories, and the Elks Club thought they were going to have a lottery. They were going to say, look, my Red Queen, she got a trophy. They were going to leave Mr. Kirk in a hotel room for 3 days with no vehicle while they're buying shit up and playing games. So, here we go. If the court can't pay Mr. Kirk the money they were supposed to pay him so he can actually buy a house or have a decent life after all the shit they did to him, then nobody has to fucking pay the court. It's that simple. If they can't responsibly exercise their authority, then they don't have any authority. And why is that? Well, because the laws were made and they didn't follow them. So Mr. Kirk said, here's the laws again. They didn't follow them. So Mr. Kirk said, here's the laws again. It's like, how many times does a man need to win a case before they say, okay, sorry about that. They haven't done that yet. So, when I get a call from a buddy telling me, well, we gotta go to the Hogan court session again tomorrow, and I got Virginia Campbell's daughter going, oh, you gotta go to court or else. That's called blackmail. Well, I don't think blackmail at this point is gonna alleviate the situation. So, it's like Peyton at the Valentine house with little word games. Well, I'm going to give you a word game. It's called the court doesn't have any authority if it doesn't respect the authority that was given to it with laws and legislatures and shit. So here's the law, here's the legislator, here's the law, here's the law. Oh, no, wait, he's right. Oh, change the law. Oh, wait, he's right. Oh, change the law. Oh, wait, he's right. Oh, change the law. Mr. Kirk doesn't gamble. And if the Elks Club has a gambling problem, then that's not Mr. Kirk's problem. They should probably fess up and pay up.